"Daddy, that waitress looks like Mommy." Those innocent words came from little Olivia, her big brown eyes shining with curiosity. They were sitting at a booth in a tiny diner that had become more than just a stop for meals. It was a refuge for Michael Davis, a father trying to find a routine after losing his wife Sarah. As he looked at the waitress, all he felt was the chill of disbelief sweep over him until he turned and froze. The resemblance was uncanny, sending his mind hurtling back through a twisted maze of grief. The image of Sarah, vibrant and full of life, flashed in his mind, battling with the heartbreaking memories of her last days. He could still hear the soft whimpering of their daughter, still remember the disbelief he felt when he stood by her grave. It was all supposed to be so final, yet here he was staring at a woman who looked like she had walked straight out of his forgotten past. "Daddy, why is she pretending not to know us?" Olivia's question hung in the air, innocent yet piercing. Michael's heart sank. Did she understand the gravity of the question? The weight of that moment compressed his chest. All he could muster was a weak, "I don't know, honey." But the truth was, he felt like he was teetering at the edge of a cliff, staring into the abyss of confusion. Days turned into weeks, and with each visit to the diner, Michael found himself obsessively comparing Jamie the waitress to faded photographs of Sarah. Subtle things. The curve of her smile, the way she brushed her hair back behind her ear, even the laugh that occasionally escaped her lips, it was all so familiar. And then those flashbacks marched in uninvited, the car accident, the sterile smell of the morgue, the hollowness he felt during the memorial service. "Is it really you?" he found himself whispering, though he thought he'd lost the right to speak that name aloud. With every visit, he felt his heart race, fear and hope warring inside him. If Jamie was Sarah, then what really happened? And if she wasn't, why did she look so strikingly similar? Michael decided he needed answers. He had to delve deeper. So he began to sneak glances, watching Jamie from a distance, observing her interactions with other customers and the staff. The more he watched, the more confused he became. One day the frustration bubbled over and he approached the police. "I think there's something you need to look into," he urged, his voice steady. Yet the officer raised an eyebrow, barely masking a smirk. "Look, sir, we deal with real crime here, not wild fantasies." Feeling humiliated, he turned to his brother David, who, despite the absurdity, gave him a better ear. "Mike, we just need to do our homework. Let's figure this out." Armed with David's unwavering support, Michael started gathering evidence. Day after day, he stood outside the diner taking notes and even digging through records connected to Dr. Lawson, the doctor who treated Sarah near the end. And it was there in the murky depths of online articles and legal papers that Michael stumbled upon a web heavy with deceit. The more he uncovered about Dr. Lawson's clinic, the bigger the knots tightened in his stomach. A possible connection between the clinic and the diner began to unveil itself. One fateful night, Michael found a crumpled document tucked between some old papers, a study involving experimental treatments on patients, and there it was in black and white, Sarah's name listed among them. Panic washed over him. "No, no," he stammered. This was far more sinister than he had imagined. He couldn't do this alone anymore. He needed a plan, something tangible. He reached out to Marcus, a tech-savvy friend, and together with David, they mapped a confrontation with Dr. Lawson. The plan: to storm the clinic during Sarah's treatment session and expose the truth, all while streaming live so the whole world could witness every second. The day came and adrenaline pumped through Michael's veins like fire as they burst through the clinic doors. "Where is she?" he shouted, his voice echoing through the sterile halls. Dr. Lawson appeared, a mask of indifference, barely concealing his surprise. "Mr. Davis, please, it's not what you think," he stammered. But Michael was done with words. He was there for action. "What's not to think?" A shout erupted from David, and at that moment it was chaos. Cameras were rolling, voices raised, accusations flying. Michael caught a glimpse of Sarah in the back room, her eyes clouded with confusion. And with a surge of fierce determination, he pushed through, arms wide, ready to take his wife home. The moment their eyes locked was electric. "Michael," she whispered, and his heart broke open all at once, full of love and fear. In the aftermath, the fallout cracked through society like thunder. With the evidence Michael had managed to secure, the injustices of Dr. Lawson's practices came crumbling down. They became the poster family for advocacy, addressing the unethical ramifications of those who claimed they could decide life and death. Months slid by, and slowly Sarah began to weave herself back into the fabric of their lives, but it wasn't easy. Recovery was slow, with shadows of her ordeal lingering in her mind. There were nights she would awake in fright, unsure of where she went yet. Olivia, with her innocence and warmth, was the light that guided her through. They rebuilt layer by fragile layer, surmounting obstacles to forge a new bond. Yet even as they found solace in small moments, Michael couldn't shake off the nagging thought, was it really all over? Would someone else be out there still playing God, manipulating the lives of those they claimed to help? The journey of their lives had transformed, but the questions remained an echo, pondering the balance of truth and perception. So as you listen to this story, I urge you, have you witnessed something that didn't seem right? Have you found yourself fighting against the tide, questioning everything you thought you knew? Let's talk about it. Drop your thoughts in the comments below and share your experiences. Don't forget to subscribe for more stories that challenge conventions and inspire change. The truth is out there, and together we can uncover it.